Alright. This is what this rant is going to be fueled by, okay? It's what it's going to be fueled by. Hello, it's Steady Eddie, and I know I usually make memey, jokey videos, but I just watched Else's video on this forum post, and I wanted to talk about it because basically, if you haven't watched Else's video, go and watch it. I watch all of Else's videos. They're a good YouTuber, and they have some good thoughts on the game. And they just spent like this half an hour video explaining why this forum post is wrong. And I won't read it out. You can read it for yourself. But basically, this guy is being 1v10'd, and they're saying that this is an abuse of broken mechanics. There's no way that someone can kill 10 people. And Else has explained, very well, better than I could, why this is not the case. These 10 people are, they're basically dog shit. It's cut to the point, they're dog shit players. That's why they've been 1v10. You can't 1v10 good players. And Else is very nice about it. He's very kind. And he says, I can understand why this person has this opinion, and we should respect everyone's opinions. But I'm just pissed off, and I'm fed up of these fucking forum posts all the time. I'm fed up of them, and I'm fed up with them because when these posts come up over and over again, right? Zos see this and they think, okay, we should do something about it, and then we end up with shit like, they were going to make those light, I wasn't playing at the time, but they were apparently going to make these light attack changes, and they make all these, the dodge roll changes and the dynamic ult changes, and all this shit they change because they're catering to these fucking, dog shit players on the forums, to be honest. And I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up, and it's not just an opinion because it's really affecting the game. And, for context, I'm going to come back to this, but I haven't really thought about how I'm going to articulate this, by the way. I just saw this video and I thought I have to make this because I'm just so pissed off of seeing this all the time. So I haven't thought about what I'm going to say, by the way. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of stream of consciousness. But for context, I've racked up, I played on PS4 when it was released, right? I only played PvP. It was all I was interested in. I don't give a shit about trials. I don't give a shit about any of that. I find it boring, to be honest. If you enjoy it, fine, but it's not for me, okay? So I spend all my time PvPing. It's why I got the game, and then I stopped. I think it was the first proc meta. I think it was 2017 when Morrowind came out. I think that. Correct me if it was around that time, and I stopped playing. And I stopped playing until February of this year when Corona happened, and I wanted something to do, and I started playing on PC because I don't have my PS4 anymore. And I've racked up about 1,000 hours on laptop. I've only got a laptop over this time, which is a lot of hours, but I've had the time. And before that on PS4, I didn't have as much time to play around then, so I probably racked up about 1,000 hours then across the course of 3 years. And I'm only playing PvP, right? It's the only thing I'm interested in, and I am okay at the game. I know I am good. I beat, I'm gonna win most of my duels. I get good outnumbered fights, and I'm good at the game. But there are people who are better than me, and I know this because there are people who, a 1v10 is easy. A 1v10 for me, I can count every 1v10 I've got. I can think of them in my head because there's only a few. Right? Because they're fucking hard to get. They're fucking hard, and I've got 2,000 hours in this game roughly now. And there are people who are going to have thousands upon thousands of hours, right, playing this game. They're going to have played for the whole, 3 years that I wasn't playing. They're going to have started playing, they'll have started playing at the PC release, which was 2014, 2015, and they would have been playing every day, all the time, thousands upon thousands of hours, just playing PvP, okay? PvP is the only thing they do. It's the only thing they care about, right? And they've spent thousands of hours getting into every imaginable situation in PvP, trying different builds, different classes, finding what works with them, knowing the meta inside out, working, finding about every single mechanic that you can possibly use, right? And this guy's saying, and all these other fucking shit rags are coming into the fucking forums, right? And they're saying that, I've come along with my fucking shitty overland PvE guild and I'm getting 1v10 because I'm dog shit. Why the fuck? And that shouldn't be possible. I shouldn't be able to die in a 10 against this person that's got fucking 20,000 hours on the... Why the fuck not? This person dedicates their entire game to PvP, right? And they've 1v10'd you because they are fucking good, right? Because they are fucking good and you are shit. Do you understand? It's not because they're exploiting broken, but maybe a little bit. Maybe, Stam Crows are fucking, tanky as shit. Wardens are tanky as shit. But against 10 people, it's because they're fucking good. Okay? Because they're fucking good and you are shit. Right? And I'm so fed up of seeing these posts. Because, people spend thousands of hours trying to be good at PvP. Thousands of hours. And you're saying that you should just be able to stroll in with your shitty, I like furnishing my house, fucking shit guild, and be able to kill them? You're not! You're not going to be able to do that because you've never played PvP before. Okay? You've never played PvP before. I'm so fed up. And the reason that it pisses me off so much is because Zos sees these posts. Zos sees these posts and think we should do something about it. We should cater to these people and make it, low. And they've lowered the skill gap over and over again for years. It's way harder to 1vx now. The reason I started trying to be good at PvP, because before I always wanted to play PvP, right? But, I just saw the sieging the castles and thought this was sick as fuck, I want to break walls and shit. But then I started seeing videos of Cypher PK and Cody and they were fucking owning, right? They were taking on groups with 20, 30 people at a time. And I was like, right, I want to do that. I want to do that. And on top of that, I was a dirty little Zergling, right? And there would be things like there were people in the zone. Let me go back. Yeah, this is the part where I haven't thought about quite what I want to say. Outnumbered PvP, right? It has to exist because think of the flow of Cyrodiil. Think of how, especially in Cyrodiil, right? Think about how Cyrodiil works, right? If you couldn't play Outnumbered, the whole of Cyrodiil would be entirely a number game, entirely based on who Zerg is bigger, right? So, I need to think about how to word this, right? Think okay, right, there's red guilds, I'm on blue team, right? There's red guilds come on. There's fucking 70 people running riot across the server, right? And I'm like, oh my god, we're so heavily outnumbered, right? But then, they're all dog shit, right? 70 dog shit players, right? But then, shit, look, our 10-man guild full of, the 10 fucking best players in the fucking world have rocked on and logged on. And suddenly it's a fight, right? 10 versus 70. Well, I'm being hypothetical here, but Outnumbered doesn't exist just in a 1vx sense. A Zerg of 20 needs to be able to beat a Zerg of 40 because otherwise this whole game is just, PvP is going to be so fucking boring. Is it not exciting? Is it not exciting that a group of 4 people can take on 30 people? That's exciting to me because it means that there's more dynamic in an open world sense. It means that there's more. You know, if a group of 4 are taking on, you know, the main enemy Zerg over at fucking Ashkeep, whatever, that means that your Zerg now can go and take Blue Road. I can't fucking remember the map in my head, okay? But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an important dynamic in the game. Because people say this, people say things like, okay, you know, outnumbered PvP, there's not many people that are doing, you know, X's, doing 1vX's, doing 2vX's. And and it's right, you know, if 1vX died tomorrow, the amount of people that would leave, you know, if every 1vXer, 2vXer left the game tomorrow, you know, the game wouldn't die, God knows that, but the dynamic of PvP and the flow of PvP would be changed a lot more than you could anticipate, because, you know, there's 2 people distracting a Zerg of 30 people for 10 minutes at a time. That's important to how Cyrodiil works. That's important to the flow of the game. But beyond that, fuck the 2vXs. What about, your Zerg of 20 people? If you can only take on exactly 20 people, 25 at max, what would be the fucking point? There's going to be situations where, you want... It's just so fucking bizarre to me that people are thinking like this, and people still in the comments of Else's video are thinking like this. It's so fucking stupid. And someone was replying. I got a bit heated in his comment section, I'm not gonna lie, and that's why I came to make a video, because I figured it'd be easier. Someone was saying, like, what's your solution then? What's your solution to this problem? There isn't a fucking problem, you're just dog shit, okay? Like, what else do you... My solution is stop being dog shit. What else do you want? What do you want? Like, I just don't know, you don't go to fucking, the FA, FIFA doesn't go to Cristiano Ronaldo and say, we're going to put bricks on your feet this fucking game because you're too good for the dog shit defenders you're playing against. They don't do that because, it's a game where there's a skill gap. And if you want to be able to tackle Cristiano Ronaldo, well, you're going to have to fucking practice, aren't you? And you don't get this with other games. You don't get the CSGO players being like, I don't know the good. I don't follow competitive CS:GO anymore. But Steam or Valve or whoever makes it aren't going to go to Kenny S and say, "Fucking, we're going to make it so your mouse, aims, so your mouse has fucking Parkinson's or some shit, so you can't fucking aim." Because you're too good at aiming, and the shit players that you're playing against are annoyed about getting killed. No, the shit players should get fucking better. And it's the same in this game. Why shouldn't the guy who spends fucking thousands of hours trying to be good at PvP be able to kill 10 shitbags? Why shouldn't that happen? I'm so fed up with this conversation. I'm seething. Why is this a conversation? Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing people are angry about? I've been killed by one guy, there was fucking 25 of us. Because you're dog shit! Because you're dog shit at this game! What else do you want to know? I'm so tired of it! Just stop it! Just stop! Okay? That's all I wanted to say, okay? I think that's my rant over, okay? I'm so mad though. I'm so mad that this is a thing. And Zos, outnumbered PvP has been dying for ages, and people are still putting this shit in the forums, and Zos are gonna have to listen and be like, okay. And I speak to people who are better than me. I speak to them. I'm that kind of guy. I know the good players. No, I'm being real here. I have conversations with people who are, definitely better players than me, right? Even the people I run with, I think they're better than me, okay? And they don't know what to run. We don't know what to run. The people who play outnumbered don't know what to run this patch. Because we hopped on the first, day of this patch, and we're getting hit by fucking Shiv, there's in the Zerg, all these broken mechanics, they work for the Zerg being better than the 1vXs. I hopped on this patch, right? I hopped on this patch, And immediately I was getting killed by dog shit players with fucking sheer venom and venomous in the middle of a Zerg. And those fucking shock heavy attack builds. Yesterday I was fighting this group with someone I play with. We were fighting this group, 2 of us against, it wasn't even a big group, it was like 7 people, but one of them was running this fucking, the shock heavy attacks that do like 10k damage to you at a time, and he was dog shit. This guy was dog shit. He was just sitting there doing it, and I'm like, why, I can't run that build, because if I run that build, I'm gonna get fucking clattered. But you can in your shitty Zerg, okay? You can run that build, you can run the fucking broken mechanics. And I can't, because if I do that, I'm gonna get fucking clattered. I think I've calmed down, I've got nothing else to say, but that was it. Else, if you're watching this, you're too nice, okay? You're too nice to these shitbags, okay? I'm fed up a bit. Okay? You're too nice. I'll leave it at that. And if you want to like and subscribe, then go ahead. Because I'm going to be uploading more soon. I'm going to start streaming as well. If you want to see more rants like that, I'm going to start streaming. I don't know when. I'm not going to do it until I get my microphone. So it's going to be a couple of weeks. And I would appreciate the support, because I am, you want to see the greatest B tier PvPer of all time, I'm right here, okay? So, yeah, like and subscribe. Goodbye.